Hey, what is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Today is May 29th, 2021. You lose track of days when you live the freedom lifestyle. Honestly, um, I don't really know what day it is most of the time because it doesn't really matter. But today I decided to do a live Q&A. I'm going to be talking about how to find a successful e-commerce product idea. And it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to go away from the traditional product research techniques that I have been talking about a lot on my YouTube channel for the past, several years. And we're going to be talking about finding products that go with your passions, interests, and life experience. So I'm going to start off this live Q&A by welcoming everybody here. And of course, we've got Ferraris and Lamborghinis outside in wonderful Scottsdale, Arizona. But if you join here, let me know where you're from. I always like to see where everyone's from. And then, so I'm going to talk about, basically, I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit of a speech or something like that, or a monologue or something on how to find a good profitable product idea. That's going to be probably the first 20 minutes of this live. And then after that, I'm going to be taking all of your questions. So I will not be taking questions for the first 20 minutes, but you can drop your question in here, and then I'm going to take it once we get to that point. We have Healthy Conscious, Ronette from New York, Harris from New York, Ronette from America, Costa Rica, New Jersey, India. Awesome. It's crazy. I have people watching from India. It's amazing. A little bit of an update about me. I've been working hard, growing e-commerce brands. We're just starting a new one actually this weekend, so super excited about that in the travel space. Me and my team. Next month, June 24th, I will be flying as well with my company, so 5 of us. Not my entire company, we have 15 people, but 5 of us are going to be flying to Bali. So super exciting. I've never been to Bali. If you guys have been to Bali, maybe let me know how it is. I'm sure it's amazing. So when we fly to Bali, we're going to be hanging out, we're going to be renting a villa, and we're going to be just chilling out there, enjoying life, working, and, I'm definitely going to be probably renting for sure I'm going to rent a motorcycle. We're all going to be renting bikes, but I'm tempted to do like a Bali motorcycle tour or something. Maybe I'll vlog that for you guys. Hopefully the internet is okay. John Paul from Uganda. I've heard Uganda is a very fun country, actually. So super happy to have you here as well. All right, so if you guys just joined, what I'm doing is I'm going to be talking about how to find a great product idea, and it's going to be much different than everything else that I've talked about. It's going to be different than all the other techniques that I mentioned. It's not going to be just like Jungle Scout, all the classic stuff. So really it's going to be, honestly, the way that I found is basically the biggest guarantee of creating a successful e-commerce brand, and it's the way that I create my e-commerce brands today and in the future. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull up, I wrote some notes here, so I'm going to pull up some notes. So I do a live Q&A every weekend, every 2 weekends, usually about Saturday or Sunday this time. Probably Saturday, because on Sundays I have our live call with our Ecom Freedom students, which is my program, my course. Okay, just a second. All right, so I got my notes pulled up. So we're going to talk about how to find, this is going to be by far the most valuable video for you guys watching. I'm not going to be showing any techniques. I'm not going to be showing anything on my screen, but by far it's going to be the most valuable video for figuring out the product that you should sell. Greetings from Finland. Hey, I love Finland. I've been out there many times. I do a lot of traveling. I love traveling. So essentially, there are 2 ways that you can go about finding a profitable product idea. The first way is using the classic product research techniques. So for Amazon, using Jungle Scout, using the product database, just going through Amazon, spending a lot of time on it, and searching through products. And so that's actually the way that I found my first successful product, and that's the way that I found many of my successful products. But I wouldn't say it's the best way long term. The best way long term is the second way, and that is finding a product from your own passions, interests, and life experience. So what I mean by that is essentially, instead of using the techniques, right? You sit down, you take a piece of paper, and you literally write down the 5 niches that you're most interested in, And I'll give you, later on, I'll give you my example because I've actually done this exercise a few days ago. I'm going to run you through it. And they gave me a lot of guidance for the different brands that I want to build in my life in the next, I would say, 5 years, the different e-commerce brands. Because I have so many ideas. Once you know a formula, like once you know what I know, once you know how to start and scale and brand new e-commerce brand, scale it to millions of dollars, 7 figures, 8 figures a year, it's a formula. It's a repeatable formula. You can repeat it with any product. You know what works and you know how to do it, right? And so that's why once you have that knowledge, which I do today through years of doing this myself, obviously it just becomes a repeatable process and you can just keep doing it and keep doing it. So first of all, techniques are good. The product research techniques are good if you're just starting out and you are fresh. So when I was just starting out and I was fresh with e-commerce, I had no idea what product I wanted to sell. I didn't really have, what life experience did I have? I was 21 years old and all I had done at the time was work at a bank, and I had some summer jobs and stuff like that. I went to college. I didn't have that much life experience. I didn't have exposure to a particular industry that would make it very clear to me, like, okay, this is the industry you should go into and these are the products that you should sell. So that's why if you're starting out, techniques are good. But in my experience, the most successful brands that I've built so far, which I haven't really made public because I would say, honestly, I want to build brands that are going to hit 10 million plus. And so for me, for the past few years, making YouTube videos and obviously running Ecom Freedom and coaching students as well, I've sold a lot of products and built many brands. But for me at this point, I'm all focused on really building multi-million-dollar brands and not just selling random products, right? Which is the way that I was really taught and the way that I was used to in 2017. So the way that I've seen the most success with my own brands and the most successful products that I've sold, as well as with the people on my team who also run successful brands, as well as with the students that we coach in Ecom Freedom, is using that second method. So literally sitting down and writing down the 5 niches that you're most interested in, or the 5 industries that you're most interested in or that you have life experience in. The most successful brands are not found through product research techniques. And this is a big epiphany that I've had, I would say fairly recently. The most successful brands, and I'm talking about brands like Away suitcases. If you've seen away.com, obviously, huge brand, huge travel brand. If you've seen Snow Teeth Whitening, one of the biggest e-commerce brands, Gymshark. So these are not brands that were founded from product research techniques. These are not brands that, the person came on YouTube and started watching product research videos and then started to just follow the videos and then, build out or find the product, right? So the most successful brands are brands where the person has an interest in that niche, they have some special knowledge that puts them ahead of the curve, and they basically sell products that offer a solution to a particular problem in that market. So as I mentioned, some of the examples of incredible brands that we've seen, Away suitcases, you've seen Away, it's a suitcase brand, e-commerce. I think they're valued at $1 billion. Snow Teeth Whitening, I'm not sure what they're valued at, but big teeth whitening brand on Shopify. Gymshark, valued at $1 billion. So, these are all examples, but obviously it can be hard to relate. These are massive brands, and nobody's telling you, I'm not going to stand here and tell you, oh, you have to think about becoming a $1 billion brand from the start. Because right now, most of you, you're watching me and you're watching my videos and you're just trying to make an online income for yourself so that you can have freedom and you can travel. I understand that. But you want to have these brands as a long shot. You want to have these brands as okay, this is what I'm aiming for, but not right now, not in the next few months, but eventually, right? And you want to focus on just getting your first sales first. Focus on bringing a quality product and offer to market at the right price, and just focus on your first $1,000, $10,000, $100,000 in sales. Don't worry about, building a $1 billion brand when you literally don't have any business and you're still maybe a 9-to-5 job. Maybe you're on government stimulus or something, right? So, as I mentioned, with the product research techniques, I have so many videos on my channel about that. So, for Amazon, you're going to go with Jungle Scout, the rabbit hole method, bestseller lists, really just spending time searching through Amazon, searching for products. It's all about kind of input and output. So the time that you spend searching on Amazon is basically going to be correlated to the quality of product that you can find. And for Shopify, the best way to find products is just looking at existing ads out there. And the best tool for this is Ecom Radar, which is a free tool that my team has made. It's down below. All you have to do is create an account. You just provide your email, and that's pretty much it. So for both of these, I have videos talking about all the best techniques, but like I said in this live Q&A, which we're gonna do the Q&A part later on, I want to focus on really how to build a brand using a product that you come up with yourself. So for everybody watching right now, I want you all to really focus. This is a really important, video if you have been struggling with finding a product to sell, whether it's on Amazon, whether it's on Shopify. So when you think about which product you want to sell, think about yourself. Like, where do you spend a lot of your time? What do you spend a lot of your time doing? What are your hobbies, and what are the things that you're interested in? It doesn't have to be something that you're passionate about. It's just something that you have an interest in, that you've spent a lot of time in, and that you have experience with. So, one thing I want to say about passion, you don't have to, to build your first business, and I'll be honest with you, my first successful brand was not something I was passionate about whatsoever. It's just products that sold well, and in fact, they were beauty tools. They were for women. And that's just because that's just the product that I found. That's just how it was. So, I'm saying that you don't have to necessarily be passionate about what you're going to sell, but tapping into your hobbies and the things you're interested in is a really good starting point for really building a successful brand. Like, that's how it's done in 2021, 2022, and beyond. Like, this is it. It's not going to be relying on product research tools. Instead of relying on product research tools, what the e-commerce game has become is coming up with a unique product idea yourself, and then using the product research tools like Jungle Scout and whatever else to validate it and make sure that there's enough revenue, make sure that the numbers add up, make sure that there's enough profit, right? So I'm just checking the chat. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? But yeah, as I was saying, so passion. I was talking about passion. Passion comes from having a passion for the game. A passion for growing business, for serving your customers, for building an amazing brand that you're excited to wake up in the morning for, because you know that, wow, like, this is what I'm doing, and it's like actually solving a problem for my target market, seeing the amazing things that your product is doing for your customers, right? So also, your product should be a solution to a problem. So you don't want to just do classic drop shipping, copy and paste what already exists. It's very short-term success. You don't want to just create a product. You want to focus on solving a problem. The world doesn't need more products. It needs better solutions to existing problems. So you want to think about the problems in the niches that you're interested in, and more so the things that you're irritated by. So right now, for everyone watching right now, and I know a lot of you guys won't do this, whatever. It's your Saturday, it's your life. But if you're serious about this, you'll do this. So you want to take a sheet of paper, and I've already done this, so I'm not going to do this right now, but I'll tell you kind of what I came up with. Take a sheet of paper, write down 5 niches that you're interested in potentially building a brand in. Think about what you gravitate toward naturally. For example, I'll give you my 5. So my 5 niches that I am most interested in building an e-commerce brand in. Number 1, fitness. So I'm very big into fitness. I've been going to the gym since I was 16 years old. I'm 25 today, so like 9 years. So fitness, and specifically sports food. So I've always found that there was a significant lack of quality sports food. High protein stuff, and everything's filled with like garbage, with like sweeteners and everything, right? So that's a brand that I'm actually working on. It's more of a longer term play, but that's a niche, a problem, and a solution right there. The problem would be, for the fitness and for the fitness foods, right, which I'm interested in. The problem is that I see is that most fitness foods, most fitness supplements have a ton of garbage in them, sweeteners, sweeteners and a bunch of chemicals, right? So, apologize for the noise. We have guys flexing Ferraris here in the United States. So that's the first niche that I wrote. So fitness foods. Solution to that problem would be to create a product line of great fitness foods that are free of sweeteners, free of chemicals, and free of any garbage, right? And are still high protein. Second niche that I wrote down, coffee. Super interested in coffee. I'm actually it's funny, I'm saying this because I'm actually on day 3 of no caffeine whatsoever, which is a shock for me because I've been drinking caffeine or consuming caffeine since I was like 8. I mean, tea, coffee, everything, right? So I just decided, I just do 1 month, no caffeine a year, just to kind of reset your body. And I find I'm much more calm during that month. Like right now, no caffeine and more level-headed, although I love coffee, I love the taste. But I will never give up coffee. I mean, it's amazing. So coffee, that's a niche that I'm interested in. Travel, right? And we're actually, the brand that we're building this, or today, or like we're getting started with, we're doing some market research for it right now with the team. It's actually in the travel space, specifically travel accessories. So, and that is solving a problem that I found exists in the travel space. So I don't want to like say exactly what it is because you guys can just take my idea. You got to be careful with that. But travel, so that's the third one. The fourth niche I'm interested in is the outdoors. Okay, and the fifth one is health and wellness. So those are the 5. Those are my 5. You want to write down your 5 niches you're interested in building brands, and then once you've done that, you want to write down 5 problems that irritate you, that you see exist in each niche, right? And it might take you some time. I actually did this the other day, and it took me a long time to do it. I spent an hour doing this because I could only come up with like 2 problems per niche. And so, don't worry if you get stuck. You can just try, think of it like go to another niche and then think of the problems there. You don't have to get stuck on one. And if you don't come up with 5, it's fine. But the whole point of the exercise is to start really brainstorming for good product ideas that will actually bring value to the world. And don't worry about, how am I going to source it? How am I going to, find this product? Don't worry. Like that's literally all the information is in my videos. And if you want more in depth, it's in the course. Like it's in Ecom Freedom. Link is down below. You can grab it at discount. It's all there. So don't worry about the how. Just you want to think about the what. And once you've written out all the problems, then you want to write the solution to that problem. And usually the solution is the exact opposite of the problem. So like I said, for the fitness food brand idea that I had, the problem that I see is that most fitness foods have a bunch of garbage in them, like aspartame, which is really bad for you, sweeteners, and all these things. And so what would be the solution? Well, the solution is the exact opposite of the problem. So the solution would be to create a product line free of artificial sweeteners, free of any garbage, free of any chemicals, right? And so something that really also would help out, this is more of a technical thing, to get product ideas, go to Amazon, and literally go through the categories. There are so many categories, and inside each category you'll see like hundreds of subcategories and tens of thousands of products that you could build a brand in. There are so many different products, and you only need one, right? And again, I will say, so once you do this exercise and once you write down those niches and those problems and those solutions, you want to go and actually use Jungle Scout if it's on Amazon that you're interested in, or even if not. Jungle Scout is a great way to check. Jungle Scout is a great way to check if a product is going to sell on Shopify as well. So highly recommend it. There's a link down below. You can grab it cheapest price online. I've been partnered with them for years, and I've been using them myself, not just partnered. I only partnered with them because I had to recommend a tool. So yeah, really important to verify the data. Like you don't want to just sit down, write down the product ideas, and then, okay, I'm going to sell this, and without checking the demand, without checking anything, right? So you also want to use Alexa traffic ranks. So you want to go look for competitors, do some market research, which is what we're doing for a brand right now in the travel space. We're looking at the competitive space. We're looking at what are the existing brands that exist out there for this specific product, and we're seeing that, there's not a lot at all for what we want to do here. And you want to use Alexa traffic rank, which is a great Chrome extension, and it tells you the website rank of each product. And so you could basically see like, okay, if the website rank is anything under 100,000, then it's good. So there's like 2, there's one worldwide and one US. If it's under 100,000 US, it's good, it's selling, it means it's good. And then if it's under about 250 to 500K worldwide, it's good as well. And so with any product that you're thinking of, like this way of doing it is definitely it requires more of you. Like anyone can just go follow my videos, follow the formula, pull up Jungle Scout and sell a freaking posture corrector. Anyone can do that, a fidget spinner. But the thing is that if you want long-term success, why not just do it right from the beginning? And why not just actually be a real entrepreneur, AKA creating something of value to others, right? Let's see what we got in the chat. I've just been talking for a while here. So some common questions I think that a lot of people have. So for example, let's say that you wrote skincare on your paper. You might be thinking, oh, well, there's lots of skincare brands out there and I want to do skincare and it's too competitive. Well, what about doing a skincare for men brand? There's not a lot of that out there. What about skincare for fathers, for middle-aged men, right? So you want to get specific and you want to carve out a blue ocean inside of a red ocean. If you read that book, Blue Ocean Strategy, it talks about how there's blue oceans and there's red oceans, and red oceans are very competitive markets and blue oceans are not competitive markets. They're wide open and there's not a lot of sharks. But in the red oceans, a lot of sharks just ready to eat you as soon as you get in. So, for example, as well, you could be like, oh, well, let's say you're interested in the outdoors. Oh, there's lots of outdoor brands. Well, what about an outdoor brand specifically catering towards product for van life? A lot of people, especially with this global pandemic ending, a lot of people are going to be interested in buying vans and going across, traveling the States and Canada, for sure. Like, I already see it. We're going to have the Roaring 20s all over again. If you guys know a little bit of history, the Roaring 20s 100 years ago, that's when, I forgot, it was like after the World War I and after, I think there was the Spanish flu as well. So 100 years ago, the economy reopened, everything reopened, people were super excited, and everybody was out and traveling and everything, right? And enjoying life. So again, just make sure that whatever brand you choose, you're verifying the data. I show how to do this in my other videos on my channel. You can watch my endless amounts of Amazon videos, endless amounts of Shopify videos I've been making over the years. I have a 5-hour Amazon video, which is absurd. I mean, it's in depth. And then I have a 2.5-hour Shopify video, which is also really, really good, like the best. It's ranked number one. It's not a surprise that YouTube ranks my videos number one for every single search term. Like, you type in Shopify on YouTube, my video is number one. You type in Amazon FBA, my 5-hour tutorial I think is like number 1 or 2. So obviously the videos are good. So you want to look at this brand that you're building. You want to look at this like you're committing. You're going to start something that you're going to put 1 year of your life in. And in that 1 year, the upside could be massive. You might build a multi-million-dollar brand that will change your life and give you the lifestyle of freedom and, being able to travel and location independence, which, by the way, all of you can get. Like, it's not something crazy. Believe me, I used to think it was like, oh, it was so crazy, but you just got to go out and get it. It's pretty simple. So, like I said, next month we're going to Bali, and I'm still going to be making thousands and thousands of dollars a day from all my businesses, like I've been doing for the past years. We're going to be building our new e-commerce brand, and that's it. It's going to be good. So coaching students in Ecom Freedom, you can do this too. It's nothing crazy. So look at it this way. 1 year of your life. Where are you going to be next year? Well, either you're going to build a multi-million-dollar brand, or you're going to have 1 year of learning. In worst case, you'll learn. And you know what? The world will accept you for how you are. The world will accept you. You're not going to be judged. Believe me, no one cares. Everyone's too focused on their own thing. So just think about it that way. And, 1 year, best case, you build a multi-million-dollar brand. Worst case, you spend maybe 6 months and it fails and you learn, and then you move on to the next one. But think about this. If you started a year ago, where would you be today, right? And, circling back to this as well, and this is obviously a plug for my course, but I really do believe that they're the best, and our students also agree. Have tons of success interviews and everything. If you want to learn more in depth everything I'm talking about, and you want to just get shown how to do everything, and you want mentorship as well from our team of 7-figure sellers, e-commerce, Shopify, Amazon, then you can go ahead and join our courses down below. I'm going to take some questions. I think I've done a lot of talking here. So if you have a question, and I would appreciate it if you don't spam. Like, if you spam, I'm just not going to answer your question. Let's see. Traveler products are going to be huge since everything is reopening. Yes, exactly. I also actually was thinking about this yesterday because like right now, is starting a travel brand in a pandemic the wisest idea? But then I realized, well, if we start today, I think the pandemic is close to over. At least it seems like it, with like all the vaccines and stuff. So, are you Alex Becker's young brother? I don't even look like Alex Becker, man. Really? Do you really think I look like Alex Becker? Someone thinks I look like Alex Becker. I don't think I do at all. How much time is too much time looking for a product? Okay, so look. When you find something, don't spend months and months searching for the perfect product. The perfect product, a lot of people think the perfect product is going to land on my lap one day, and it's not. It's not. It's never going to happen. So Just find something and go with it. It's that simple. Would watches be a good product, especially with Father's Day coming up? Well, watches, no, but maybe a specific kind of watch. Maybe, watches that are unique. Maybe like a unique alloy or something like that, like titanium watches. I don't know. Something very unique that's different, right? As I mentioned, if you might be saying, oh, I want to do a skincare brand. Let's say, you're a girl and you want to do something in skincare. I know lots of girls who want to do something in skincare, and they always say, but skincare is so competitive. There's just every product out there. And I always tell them, I'm like, look, why not do skincare for expectant mothers, like expecting mothers, right? Why not do skincare for, like I said, for men or for fathers or something like that, right? So something unique, right? Something that you got to think about. There's so much room. E-commerce is just getting started, and it is booming. It is booming, and there's so much opportunity. And those of you that take advantage of it, heed my advice and go through with it to the end. You will succeed, and you will be coming back to this channel, and you'll be saying, wow, Dan, I watched your video, and you changed my life. Okay, so this is a good one. Dan, I literally have $1,000 a month to succeed, or I'm done. I don't need tens of thousands of dollars just to get a 2x return. What are my chances? So this comment is very fear-based, right? So you can tell in his voice, I mean, I can't hear his voice, but just in the comment, you can tell that the person is afraid that they're going to fail. And so asking about what your chances are of success, what are your chances of getting fit in a gym? Literally answer me that question. If you sign up for gym membership, what are your chances of getting fit in a gym? How can you even answer that question? Because it's entirely up to you. It's not like, yes, there are market forces. There are like certain forces out there that, they might cause a product to fail, or they might give you more momentum or make it a little bit harder for you. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, right? So what are your chances of succeeding? Well, if you don't quit, 100%. And I will say, within a year, 100%, because either you would have built something amazing, or you would have learned the information to build something amazing that you can use in your second year of doing this, and it's 100% again. A lot of people, they're like, oh, cryptocurrency, I can get rich, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, but you're not building something that you're controlling, you have control over, right? Do you have a work visa? I'm from Montreal, I really want to move to the States. How'd you go about it? Nah, so for the States, you got to get a good lawyer, and the visa that I have, it's an entrepreneur visa, and basically you have to open a business in America, which I did, and you have to plug in $100,000 into the business. So if you don't have $100,000, you can't do it. There's really not that many ways. The States is a pain in the ass to move to, but that's just what it is. Are you into the stock market at all, or crypto mining? I'm very interested in it. Not crypto mining. I'm not interested in that, but I'm interested in the stock market for sure. I look at what's going on with cryptocurrencies because it's still such a new thing, and I see the pros and I see the cons, but honestly, it's I look at both. Dan, would dropping out of university be a wise option, or getting an electrical mechanical engineering degree and aiming to create a technological invention? Depends what you want to do with your life. I would say go with your gut. Only you can answer that question, but if you're on here and you're watching my video, obviously you're interested in e-commerce. So, is university helping you get to where you want to go with your goals? That is the answer to your question. Maybe I should do a little story that I'm live on my YouTube channel. I'll do it later. They can watch. I'm already fit? Haha. I don't really know what that means. Can you start a store being under 18? I'm not in the US. Yeah, I wouldn't. When I started, I was 21. I think if you're under 18, you're going to have issues with when you're creating your account, whether it's on Amazon or Shopify, they're going to ask for credit card information and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would wait until you're 18. You could probably ask permission from your parents. What's going on, guys? Live on my, I'm going to do a little Instagram story here. What's going on, everyone? Live on my YouTube channel right now. Swipe up, answering all questions, and we're talking about e-commerce and finding profitable product ideas. So I'll see you on there. Swipe up. I kind of forget to do this because it does bring more people into the live. Tips to kill procrastination. Yeah, so I do like a 50-10. I do like a 50-10 Pomodoro technique. So it's like I use this timer called pomofocus.io. I'm going to link it here. Pomofocus.io. And so it's really good. I put my phone away. I put my phone away on flight mode. And I just work 50 minutes and then it's a 10-minute break. Hey Dan, I joined your course a few years ago. However, went by the wayside. Am I still able to access? Yes, you are still able to access because every single person who joins Ecom Freedom, they get lifetime access. So you still have access. If you don't, you can always email support@ecomfreedom.com. We have the best support team. So what's your monthly revenue? From all my businesses, we make multiple 7 figures a year. Can I have problems if I drop ship to the States while living in Europe? Do you know something about that? No, you shouldn't have any issues. Hi Dan, may I know what's the best plan to purchase for Shopify? Well, the basic plan, obviously you start off with a free trial and then you move on to the basic plan when you have a successful store or when you want to continue, obviously. It's 14 days. Isn't branded dropshipping becoming the new trend? I mean, I started talking about it 2 years ago, and ever since then, everybody on YouTube has been saying that it's their strategy. But if you look at the date on my videos, it's mine. How many brands do you own? Several, but yeah, I have you can't really do that if you don't have a team. I have a team of 15 people, so they help me a lot. What do you think of MMA as a niche? Great niche, I think. If you have interest in it and if you're passionate in it. What's your opinion on Ecom Hunt? I used to recommend it. I think it's I don't think it's good anymore. I think it's not worth the money. You don't need a list of. I think it's actually garbage, to be honest with you. I would just use Ecom Radar. It's free. Link is down below. Helps you find a product literally in 5 minutes. What are your thoughts on Marketplace Superhero FBA course? Ours is the best. Ecom Freedom is the best. And I'm not just saying it. There's a free trial. You can check it out. There's no other course where you get mentoring one-on-one for $1 million sellers. None. On Facebook. None. They all want to relax and chill on the beach. You don't want to mentor. They just want you to buy the course and that's it, right? So, did iOS affect Facebook ads? Yes. We've seen it affect Facebook ads in some brands and in others it hasn't really affected it. I love your channel. Thank you, man. General stores, good idea? No, not a good idea. Not a good idea. You want to focus on building a store that is revolving around like, certain products. Your MBA program is sick. Thanks, man. So he's talking about the Ecom Freedom MBA, which is a course you can only get if you sign up for Ecom Freedom. And it's like 18 videos, 18 lessons, 30 minutes each. And I talk about all the skills you need to learn as an entrepreneur. Taxes, bookkeeping, accounting, how to take risks. So you can basically pick my brain, me being a successful entrepreneur. Is the mentorship one-on-one? Yes, it is. I already answered your question, Moise. The best plan to purchase for Shopify is the free trial and then the basic to start. What would be your advice for scaling a clothing business? I'm doing well within my niche. I've closed down. So clothing, I mean, if you look at the top, it's interesting because if you look at the top 100 Shopify stores, and there's a link for this. If you look at the top 100 Shopify stores, a lot of them are clothing. And especially for women, like a lot of the most successful Shopify stores are makeup and clothing and things like that. Now, I've never built a clothing business. I do think it's good, but you really have to create something unique, and also you need to have either a platform to share it on, so you need to have a YouTube channel or some audience on Instagram, or you need to be really good at running ads. How often do you lift weights? Your shoulders are wider. Oh yes, I mean, I've been lifting for 9 years. So today I'm 6'2". I weigh 220 pounds. I just did a leg day yesterday. I squat 315, 5x5, 5x5, yeah, 320 now. So that's 3 plates on each side. So I'm pretty strong. Do you recommend WooCommerce? I would go with Shopify. WooCommerce used to be the go-to before, but you should just do Shopify for sure. Can you give advice for teenagers? Yeah, if you're a teenager, I would honestly just read books, man. Like, look, I have a ton of books here. I would just read books. Seriously, I have a ton of videos on this, on my favorite books. You can also listen to my podcast, The Dan Vest Show. I haven't posted an episode in a while because I'm focused on e-commerce, but yeah. Hey, Dan, what's a good book to build your confidence? And when you read books, do you stop and take notes? Yes. So the way I read books is I'm always taking notes, and when I read the book, I use an app called Evernote. And Evernote is great because it allows me to sync my notes with my other devices, so my iPad and my phone. And I literally create a note for the book, and then I just write down things that I'm learning from the book. I'm not writing down like everything in the book, but just the things that stick with me. What do you think is the future in e-com? Much bigger than it is today. Much, much bigger. I don't think we've seen any of it yet. Bro, do you have a course? Yes. I mean, as if I didn't plug my course enough. Yes, I do. Ecom Freedom is my course for Amazon or for Shopify, the 2 best courses. You get lifetime access. The link is down below. And if you join today, you'll get it at a discounted price because it will be going up to $2,000 each course. And it's going to be on an app. We're going to close the course, and then we're going to make it on an application basis. So we only want to have people that are actually going to be serious about building a brand, and not people that are, get rich quickie or whatever. I need help with e-commerce. Okay, well, what do you need help with? If it's a one product, why not use ClickFunnels? I've tried, but I haven't found much success with using ClickFunnels and building funnels for like Shopify through CF. And instead, I would just use Zipify. Like funnels and stuff. Everyone should read How to Win Friends and Influence People. Yeah, that is a great book. I agree. As a beginner, great question, Arya. As a beginner, how much should I reinvest in my store and how much profit should I keep? Well, this is up to, I'll give you an example. So myself, I went from 0 to literally $32K a month with Amazon really quick. And so I was able to start taking out money. I was taking out a few thousand every month. And I was like road tripping and enjoying my life and traveling and stuff. Now, my good friend and partner on my team, Jeff, he's doing $45K a month on Amazon. I actually just interviewed him recently on my channel. He's made a special appearance. He's from Canada. He's 22 years old, doing $45,000 a month. Learned from my videos. And he actually hasn't pulled out a penny from his Amazon business since he started a year ago. So there's no right or wrong way. I would say definitely the wiser thing to do is the second way, for sure, because now you build so much momentum. You got to think of it as a car, right? So to go from 0 miles an hour to 10 miles an hour, there's a lot of effort that the car needs to apply to get moving. But then to get faster and faster, and then to cruise, it's not as much effort, right? And so you got to build up that momentum. So it's really up to you. The smart thing to do is to reinvest in your business for the first 6 months at least, and then if you really want to do things responsibly, then the first year, depending on your access to money and cash flow. Moise, I answered your question already. Do I think furniture is a good niche? Yes, I think it's good, but not selling. I would say specific things. So not like selling tables and stuff like that. Like you can, but you just got to be smart about it because of shipping costs and stuff. You got to make sure all the product costs set up, but yeah. Someone ban this guy. All right. Well, I think that I've answered all your questions here today. Thank you so much for being on. And I think that this video specifically is by far, even though it's just me talking, it has been incredibly valuable for you guys, who are finding it challenging to find a product idea, because it's the truth. This is how successful multi-million-dollar e-commerce brands are built. And this is exactly the strategy that I'm doing. I'm not really doing techniques anymore. Techniques are great if you're a beginner, but if you're no longer a beginner, or if you want to do things more long-term, just do what I said in this video. So thank you very much. And you guys have an amazing, amazing rest of your day, rest of your weekend. And take action and do not give up. Because if you give up, you're going to regret it. All right, guys. Peace.